Hello creative man, welcome to Style by Marvel Greg, and in today's project I'll be showing you how to draft the upper part of this beautiful dress that you see here. This dress is very easy to make. This is how it looks. This is the full look of this dress. Let's get right into the drafting quickly. So for my pattern paper, I've gone ahead to highlight on my basic line from my shoulder line, my chest line, my bust point and my under bust, then my waistline, right? And if you notice, I left about 3 inches before marking my shoulder line. That's because of the extension at the neckline. Then for my waistline, what I have there is about 6.5 inches for my Basque effect. So you can do as high as you want, but I think 6 or even 5 inches is good for that Basque effect. So the next step now is to mark nipple to nipple measurements you are working with. For me, I'm working with 3.5, so I'm going to highlight the 3.5 all the way down this pattern, just like you've seen me do here. And next, at the under bust, I'm going to be taking a dart leg of 0.7 inches on both sides because I'm working with a smaller measurement here. So if you're on the bigger side, you can do 1 inches or even 1.5 inches, right? So I mark this all the way from my under bust to the back line, and I'm ruling a straight line just like I'm doing here in this video. So the next step now is to just go ahead and connect it with a curve all the way to meet our bust line, right? That is the nipple to nipple measurement at the bust line. So just go ahead and do what I've done so far, and I'll highlight with my marker so you can see clearly where we are at this moment. So after doing that, the next step now is to determine our neckline. So for the neckline, I'm doing a basic neckline of 3 inches, and for the depth, the dress is a little bit exposed the boobs a little, so I'll just use my chest line, right, as a reference. So you can do as deep as you want, or you can even do it not so deep. So for the neckline, I'm going to mark 2.5 inches. So that 2.5 inches, I'll now curve it to meet my armhole curve. So that curve is going to now be our new armhole curve. So you can decide to do it much wider than I have done it, or even more exposed, but I'm doing it this way just to have a little bit of decency at that point. So what I'm going to do is to get the midpoint, and after getting the midpoint, I'm going to connect it back to my nipple to nipple line, right? Because we're going to be cutting this out this way. So I'm going to illustrate how you can make it even more slimmer if you want it to be more open at that point. I'm just going to highlight it with a dotted line using my marker so you can understand what I'm trying to say. So you can decide to make it deeper this way, or you can leave it just like this. Totally depends on your preference or your client's preference. So next, I'm going to be inserting all my round circumference measurements, which is my round under bust, my round bust point, my round waistline, and at the bust line, I'm going to be using the round hip measurements at that point. Then I'll be replacing the dart of 1.5 inches that I took out, and I will also include 1 inches for stitching allowance. Now this 1 inches is also based on your preference. You can decide to do 1.5 inches, but you know, this dress, you're going to be cutting it in 2 places, which is you're going to be lining it, right? You're going to be like doing an inseam finish lining on it. So 1 inches is okay. That way you do not have so much bulky fabric. So for the bust dart, I'm doing 1 inches, which is the difference between my back half length and my front half length. So measure yours. Yours might be different and mark it. So if you observe the dress, it has a little bit of curviness at the under bust. So we're going to create that right about now. So at my under bust, what I did is I went up by 1 inches on the center front and also 1 inches on the side front, and I'm just going to give it a little bit of slant, just like I'm doing here. So it's not so difficult. So this is what we have by the time I was done. You can see how it is. and that's how yours should look like, or even more better. So the next step now is to determine our curve at the back. So what I did is I went down by 2.5 inches at my waistline, and I'm going to be curving this all the way to meet the center front of my dress, just like so. Okay, so just give it a very nice curve. You can use your curved rule to make it more curvy. It totally depends on your preference. So for the neckline, we're going to be extending it by 3 inches, right? Because this is an open back dress at the back. So the neckline, we're just extending it, and I'm extending it by the same 2.5 inches that I mark. And what I'm going to be doing is to now make the line. You can see how I'm making it slanted. So the line should be slanted. It should not be straight. So just follow the slanted line and curve it all the way down. And if you want yours to have like a longer rope, you can decide to include that and include your rope and attach it while making your dress. So it's just like having a halter neckline like this. So next we're done, the next part is to cut out our pattern. So remember that when you are cutting this dress, you are going to be, so just pay attention to how I'm cutting it so you will understand. So this extension, I'm going to extend the straight line, that's the nipple to nipple line. I will extend it all the way to the neckline, because it's going to actually help to take out a gaping when we are stitching together. So also ensure that you label all your pattern, and don't forget that you can decide to include your button if you want, or even do without the buttons, because you're going to be cutting the front on fold, right? You cut the front on fold and include your press buttons. So I'm just going to cut it out, and we're going to begin drafting for the back. So it's not so difficult, it's pretty much easy. So just ensure you label your pattern, and when you're cutting this part, close your bust dart and cut before you cut, right? So at this point, you can decide to cut from the dotted lines if you prefer that way, or you can just cut like I have done here, just to have a little bit of coverage at the armhole side, especially if you're on the busty side, right? So this is how you're going to cut it on your pattern, on your fabric. I mean, ensure you label appropriately and you cut out. You can cut this out in 2 places, so you can use one as the lining piece. So quickly for the back pattern, I'm just going to quickly highlight all our basic measurements. For my front, I'm just going to mark my bust point, my waistline, and of course our 6.5 inches for the back. So I'm just going to fast forward this point and move on to the most important part, right? So I've labeled everything, and I've also marked the 6.5 inches, same way we did for the front. Next is to mark my nipple to nipple measurement of 3.5 inches, which I'm working with. Yours might be different. Yours might be 4 inches or even 4.5. Totally depends on your measurement or the measurement you're working with. So next, I'll come down by 1 inches for my bust points. Then at my waistline, I'm taking 0.5 inches on both sides for the dark intake, and I'm going to connect it to the upper points that I marked earlier, just like I'm doing in the video here. So the next point now is to mark our circumference measurement. So round bust divided by 4, I'll mark it. Round waist divided by 4, I'll mark it. And at the back line, remember I'm using my hip measurement divided by 4 at that point, and I will also mark that. And then I will include the 1 inches that I marked for the front as our stitching allowance. Your own stitching allowance might be different, right? So just mark the stitching allowance you're comfortable with, and you mark it and connect it all the way down. So this is what we have so far. This is basic bodice, right? This is just what we have. So next is to modify this to how we want the back to be. So what I did is at my chest line, I came down by 1 inches and I will connect it all the way like so. I'll use my curved rule to just connect it all the way like so. And I'm going to now come down by my waistline by the same 2.5 inches I did for the front, and I'll close my dart and I'll connect it to the down part for my curve at the back. And that's basically all for the back piece. This is what we're going to be needing, right? Then for my open, that's for my loop, I marked 1 inches. And you can do 1.5, totally depends on how open you want the back to be. So I'm taking out 1 inches and I'll cut out. And when you're cutting on your fabric, you can decide to cut this in one piece by just closing your dart and taping it, then you cut on your fabric. So this is basically how it's going to be, and you have yourself a very beautiful dress. So for the down part of this dress, what you're going to do is to measure a very straight, you can do 4 yards or even 5 yards, right? To measure your fabric straight, and after attaching the upper part, you will not attach the straight part to the upper part, and you have yourself a very full dress. So you can do as much as 6 inches, right? To have a very full gathers at the downside. That's all, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.